gentlemen, I give you the Trauma Queens. Main Street Mafia.
Little darling out there to jam for the Trauma Queens. And Red Dead Roulette jamming for the Main Street Mafia.
Trauma Queens, are you ready? Mafia, are you ready? Team Zebra, are you ready? Let's do Derby in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Red Dead Roulette going back and forth, trying to find some room around that Trauma Queens wall. Little darling trying to take a line on the inside. Gets around and Little darling is the lead champion. Red Dead Roulette makes her way through the pack on her initial pass. Nice move by Elmer Brawl on John Wayne Stacy, get Little darling through the pack. Red Dead Roulette makes it through the pack. Little darling picks up a 4 major sit to the penalty box, putting Main Street Mafia on the power jam.
Mafia on the power jam.
Nice hit by Queen Armor Brawler on Red Dead Roulette. Red Dead Roulette picks up 5 points for a grand slam. Red Dead Roulette takes another hit from Queen Armor Brawler and calls off the jam.
We got official timeout. All right, next whistle starts the jam. Little darling up and ready to get out of the box for the Trauma Queens. Red Dead Roulette picked up a penalty as that expired. Put the Trauma Queens on the power jam. Little darling lead jammer. Little darling peeks to the outside. She's able to slip back to the inside, trying to get around John Wayne Stacy and Little Bliss. Kitty Mama switches around her stance, knocks Little darling outside. Little darling has to regroup, cycle back.
Crash Bandicoot picking up a penalty sent to the penalty box.
Little darling knocked down by Red Dead Roulette as she passes through her first pass for the Mafia. Darling looks to the inside, runs into Penny Mama, thinks about redirecting. Nice block by Dash Assassin, springing Little darling through.
Texan girl out there for the Main Street Mafia. Timeout, Trauma Queens. Entropy pushing up through the middle. Texan girl trying to take the inside, knocked out of bounds by Queen on the glove. Entropy trying to get around Pity Mama. Pity Mama takes her out of bounds, cycling her back. Entropy picks up a track cut as Texan girl picks up lead jammer. Texan girl trying to get around that Trauma Queens wall. Dartu, D2, and Dash Assassin have other plans for her. Texan girl goes inside, investor something watch, gets around her, picking up a 5-point grand slam for the Main Street Mafia. R2-D2 knocking Texan Girl out of bounds. Texan Girl going to the inside, trying to get around Dashing Assassin. Pity Mama comes and knocks Dashing Assassin out of Texan Girl's way. Texan Girl picks up a
Hot Somali, jamming for the Trauma Queens. Hot Somali explodes to the inside, picks up lead jammer. No, excuse me. White Rabbit picks up lead jammer status. White Rabbit sneaks to the inside, picks up 4 points. Mafia holds up. Hot Somali tucked the outside, picking up 5 points on that pass for White Rabbit. Then she calls off to the manages Mafia expands their lead 32-9.
jam for the Trauma Queens up against Red Dead Roulette for the Main Street Mafia. Red Dead Roulette pushing up through the middle of that Trauma Queens wall. R2-D2 trying to get around Pity Mama. While Red Dead Roulette makes her way through the back of his lead jammer. Dolly Fart picks up a directional penalty and is sent to the penalty box. R2-D2 still trying to get through the back on her initial pass. Takes a big hit from Pity Mama. And Red Dead Roulette makes her way through the back for a 5-point grand slam. R2-D2 taken down again by Pity Mama. Red Dead Roulette trying to make some room on the outside. Makes her way past the Trauma Queens wall through the back for another 5-point grand slam. Pity Mama all over R2-D2. Finally gets some help from the blockers. Red Dead Roulette calls on the jam.
She'll be going up against Brutal Bliss for Main Street Mafia.
Crowd favorite Mel Titty also on the track.
Brutal Bliss explodes to the inside, picks up lead jammer for the Mafia. Dash Assassin also able to make her first pass through. Both skaters turning on the jets, trying to get around the track as fast as they can. Looking for a scoring opportunity.
White Rabbit coming out to jam for the Main Street Mafia. Lil Darling out there for the Trauma Queens. Lil Darling pushing up the middle, fought with Princess Poppycock to try to get through that Main Street Mafia wall. Lil Darling makes her way through the back, picks up lead jammer status. Green on the brawler takes out White Rabbit as White Rabbit thought she was in the pack. So she has to try again to go through on her initial pass. And White Rabbit's through on her initial pass. Lil Darling trying to make her way through the pack on a scoring pass. Darling taking a big hit from Texan Girl and Pity Mama. Calls off the jam.
If you lost a hair tie, Queen's going up against unofficial timeout. Whistle blows, the skaters roll. Red Dead Roulette peeks outside, back inside. Trying to get around this wall of Trauma Queens. She's able to streak through the lead jammer for the Mafia. John Wayne Stacy shoved the door on Dash knocks her out. Red Dead Roulette.
Hot tamale out there for the Trauma Queens. Kitty Mama tries to set up a screen, but Texas Girl goes the other way. Gets into the big girl. Hot Tamale trying to find a way through this pack. Hot Tamale trying to find some room around Brutal Bliss and Penny Mama. Hot Tamale picking up a penalty, puts Main Street Mafia on a power jam. Grand slam for Texan Girl, 5 more points for the Main Street Mafia. Texan Girl weaving through the pack for another 5-point grand slam.
One story brick sent to the box for cut track.
Texan Girl around the outside, another 5-point grand slam. Texan Girl jumping through, splitting that Trauma Queen wall, picking up 5 more points. Texan Girl jukes out the Trauma Queen wall, goes to the outside, picks up 5 more points. Texan Girl calls off the jam because she sees Hot Tamale is about to get out of the box.
White Rabbit for the Main Street Mafia jamming up against Little Darling of the Trauma Queens. White Rabbit to the outside, gets past Dashing Assassin. White Rabbit is your leading jammer.
Jane Snob picks up a 4 major, is on her way to the box.
Little Darling able to make her initial pass for the Trauma Queens. White Rabbit tries to go to the inside, gets the door slam shot by Dolly Martin. That allows Little Darling to make it through and score 4 points for the Trauma Queens. Little Darling gets around Shelly Cooper, tries to run the inside. Joe Wayne closes the door. Shelly Cooper on cleanup duty. White Rabbit calls off the jam.
Sit to the box. Main Street Mafia. Trauma Queens are at full strength while the Main Street Mafia have 2 skaters in the box. Official timeout.
Of the helmets of the Trauma Queens has been deemed unsafe by the skating officials. Therefore, the Trauma Queens have gone to the bench or to the locker room area to retrieve alternate helmets before the match continues. Averted, it's time for roller derby.
Dashing Assassin and Red Dead Roulette. Dashing Assassin for the Trauma Queens, straight through the pack, picks up leading jammer status. Red Dead Roulette trying to get some help from the blockers, make her way through that Trauma Queen wall. Makes her way through just as Dashing Assassin gets through, picking up a 5-point grand slam. Red Dead Roulette into the box for a directional penalty. This is a much needed power jam for the Trauma Queens. Dashing Assassin weaving between Pretty Mama Pity Mama rides Dashing out with a whip. Dashing Assassin picks up a trap cut, is on her way to the penalty box. Putting Red Dead Roulette and the Main Street Mafia on a power jam. Red Dead Roulette around, Queen on the roller through the back for an initial pass. And the jam times out before Red Dead Roulette can pick up any points for the Main Street.
82 Trauma Queens, 34. Penalty box for the Trauma Queens. That's going to put Texan Girl and the Mafia on the power jam. Texan Girl swings to the outside, blows right around. Dart to YouTube. Unfortunately, she picks up an elbow. Scripting forearm. That forearm penalty is going to take Mafia off the power jam and is going to release Dashing Assassin from the box. Dashing Assassin on the power jam for the Trauma Queens. Looking to make an initial pass toward Mafia. President of the United States gets a hit on Dash and doesn't take her down. Dashing Assassin looking for a scoring opportunity for the Trauma Queens. Trauma Queens organize an offensive attack. Dash looks outside, then inside. Has to get around Crash Bandicooter and John Wayne Stacy. Crash Bandicooter with a big hit on Dashing Assassin. John Wayne Stacy also putting up the roadblock, but not loud enough to stop Dashing Assassin from scoring 5 points. Neither jammer lead jammer. That means we're going to go for the next 35 seconds. Dashing Assassin looking to the inside, trying to get around Crash Bandicooter. Meanwhile, Texas Girl slows to the outside, picking up 4 points for the Mafia. Feet on the roller. Meanwhile, the Mafia walking in front, slowing down Little Darling, but not enough before she can pick up lead jammer.
Queen on the roller. And Princess Poppycock on their way to the penalty box. One of them's going to have to go into queue, and that will be Princess Poppycock, who has to stay on the track until she is able to sit out her penalty time.
Shelly Cooper delivers a good close down. 4 points victim by Dashing Assassin. Excuse me, by Little Darling. 4 points also picked up by White Rabbit. Professor Sakabiach also picked up a penalty. Unfortunately, the box is full of Trauma Queens. So she's going to have to be on cue and will sit down as soon as the spot opens up. Meanwhile, Red Dead Roulette goes right through the wall of Trauma Queens, picks up lead jammer for the Mafia. Gartude trying to make her way through the wall of Mafia. So far unsuccessful. 5-point grand slam scored by Red Dead Roulette. Dolly Parton with a hit on Red Dead Roulette. Alright, we're about ready to kick this regular jam for the Trauma Queens. She's going up against Brutal Bliss. Brutal Bliss works her way to the inside. Tries to get around Dashing Assassin. Makes her way through, picks up lead jammer for the Mafia. Meanwhile, John Wayne Stacy's back there battling against Little Darling on the inside of the track with Crash Bandicooter. Crash Bandicooter will hit on Little Darling, knocks Orange Bandicooter. That's going to send her to the box. Putting the Mafia on a power jam. 5-point grand slam picked up by Brutal Bliss. Brutal Bliss splits right through the wall of Trauma Queens for another 5-point grand slam. Brutal Bliss knocked down to the inside, has to cycle back behind Princess Poppycock. After resistance, she calls off the jam. White Rabbit looking to explode to the outside for the Mafia. Little Darling still in the box on penalty. White Rabbit picks up lead jammer. White Rabbit trying to get around and the ball. She's back to the outside. That's another 5-point grand slam for the Mafia. Little Darling back on the track. Trauma Queens makes her initial pass. Meanwhile, White Rabbit slips to the outside. Gets clobbered by Dolly Farnett. She's calling off the jam. 125-47, 4 minutes to go. Jammer for the Mafia, Red Dead Roulette. Going up against Dar 2, D2 of the Trauma Queens. Dar 2 tries to work to the outside, gets knocked out by Joe Mate Stacy. Meanwhile, Red Dead Roulette looking for some room to skate around the wall. Trauma Queens finds position on the track, picks up lead jammer. Dar 2, D2. Stuck behind the wall of Mafia, while Red Dead Roulette slips right inside, picking up 5 points, grand slam. Dar 2, D2 makes her first pass through, while Red Dead Roulette makes her fourth pass through, picking up 4 points. Queen on the roll, sent off the track for Major. She's out of the box. Texan girl, jammer for the Mafia. She's going to the box for a cut track. Put the Trauma Queens on the power jam. Entropy looking to capitalize for the Trauma Queens. 9-person pileup right here on turn 1. Entropy takes a hit from Petey Mama, and down she goes. Petey Mama really hard covered. Blast people head off. Meanwhile, Entropy able to make it pass through, indicated as lead jammer, while Texan Girl is still in the box. Jade Staub with a big hit on Entropy. Five-point grand slam for the Trauma Queens. Entropy finally able to get past that last member of the Mafia. Pity Mama plans to hurt fans over in the corner. uppercut major after a hit by Pity Mama on the inside. That's with the Mafia on the power jam. Jam clock expires. Thank you. Entropy in the box for the Trauma Queens. Mafia on the power jam. Next whistle starts the jam. White Rabbit looking to capitalize on the power jam. White Rabbit peeks to the inside, tries to break to the outside, gets hit by Mel Tini. She's able to get around the hit, pick up lead jam for the Mafia. White Rabbit looks to the inside, back to the outside. Trying to get a scoring pass here. Walking on the power jam. Professor Sokovich has to let White Rabbit go. That's 5 points. Grand slam for the Mafia. White Rabbit tries to sneak around Hot Tamale. Hot Tamale puts her down. Both leaders back up on their feet. Professor Sokovich trying to positionally block White Rabbit, but she's out of play. Everybody cycles back. White Rabbit calls off the jam. I hear that one.
What about the Mel Tini fans?
The Mel Tini section.
There it is.
All right, Mafia, are you ready? Trump Queens, are you ready? Team Zebra, are you ready? Let's start Derby in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Official timeout.
President of the United States picks up a delay
For the Main Street Mafia. Red Dead Roulette around the inside, easily through the pack, picks up lead jammer. Denton still trying to find some room around Pity Mama, John Wayne Stacy, and Crash Bandicoot. Hot Tamale trying to find her some room. And Denton is through the pack on her initial pass. Red Dead Roulette trying to go around the inside. Loses her feeding, calls off the jam.
Will Darling taking a peek on the inside, trying to get around Little Bliss. Little Bliss gives her a hip shot. Followed up by Manny Martini. Will Darling able to evade both of those checks, picks up lead jammer. Meanwhile, White Rabbit still trying to get her initial pass for the Mafia. Will Darling to the outside, right around Professor Sokovich. Picks up lead jammer, 5 points, grand slam. Texaco with a big hit on one-story brick. Will Darling out to the outside, has to cycle back to the back of the pack. Completes her pass, home to this bout with a score of 60.
Entropy out there to jam for the Trauma Queens. Pity Mama out there jamming for the Main Street Mafia. Pity Mama initial pass. Pity Mama skated outside, gets knocked out of bounds by Dolly Martin. Through on the inside, picking up 4 points for the Main Street Mafia. Entropy trying to find some room around the whole of the Main Street Mafia wall. John Wayne Stacy's letting off Entropy out of bounds. Entropy picks up a track cut, is on her way to the penalty box. Pity Mama gets through the pack. Picking up 4 more points for the Main Street Mafia. Main Street Mafia on a power jam. And Pity Mama calls off the jam.
All right. Dance party averted.
Red Dead Roulette for the Main Street Mafia, but Dashing Assassin for the Trauma Queens. Red Dead Roulette not far behind on her initial pass. Red Dead Roulette around the inside, picking up 4 points before Dashing Assassin can call off the jam. White Rabbit jamming for the Main Street Mafia, Little Darling for the Trauma Queens. Little Darling makes a juke on Pity Mama and picks up lead jammer status. White Rabbit on her way to the penalty box. Puts the Trauma Queens on a much needed power jam. Little Darling is pushing away past Pity Mama for 4 points. Little Darling trying to push her way through the Main Street Mafia wall, takes a shoulder from Pity Mama. Little Darling makes Shelly Cooper's whiff. Is now trying to get past John Wayne Stacy as to release her. And that's a 5-point grand slam for Little Darling. Little Darling moving to the inside. Hit from behind by Shelly Cooper, goes down. Little Darling takes a hit from Pity Mama.
White Rabbit out of the box.
Little Darling sent to the box along with Shelly Cooper. Main Street Mafia on the power jam. Dolly Parton picks up a multiplayer block and sent to the box.
John Stacy opening up a huge hole for White Rabbit. She picks up 5 points in the grand slam. We put these shows on every Saturday, the last Saturday of every month. And we can't thank you enough for coming out and supporting. All right, that timeout is over with now. We're ready to get back to action. Main Street Mafia on the power jam. Texan girl trying to take advantage of that. She goes to get around Princess Poppycock. Able to make through the wall of Trauma Queens. There's a lead jammer. Texan girl takes a peek to the inside of Hot Tamale. Gets knocked off track by Queen Umbrella. Umbrella goes down, allows Texan to get back on track. That's a 5-point grand slam for the Mafia. Shelly Cooper on the lights back on the track. Little Darling back on the track for the Trauma Queens. But not before another 4 points scored by the Mafia. Texan girl hauls up.
Dead Roulette of the Main Street Mafia. Red Dead Roulette around the outside, blowing through the pack, picking up lead jammer status. Denton trying to get around John Wayne Stacy. Denton takes a big hit from Pretty Mama, goes down, back on her feet around the inside, through the pack on her initial pass. Red Dead Roulette coming up. Trying to make a scoring pass. Gets to the pack. And calls off.
That's the jam for the Trauma Queens.
Hot Tamale getting knocked all over the place by Texan Girl. Finds some room on the outside. Trying to get past Crash Bandicoot, who knocks her out of bounds. They send her back towards the pack. Hot Tamale has to go all the way back behind the pack. White Rabbit trying to get through that Trauma Queens wall. Makes her way through. Picks up lead jammer status. Hot Tamale taken out of bounds by Texas Girl, but she goes out of bounds too. Crash Bandicoot has to release her, and Hot Tamale gets through her pack on her initial pass. As White Rabbit gets around Dolly Fart, picking up 4 points for the Main Street Mafia. The White Rabbit calls off the jam before Hot Tamale can pick up any points for the team.
Lil Darlin, gonna be jamming Brutal Bliss. Brutal Bliss for the Mafia. He was meant to see somewhere, can't really.
Prez's having penalty box dance party.
Brutal Bliss trying to get to the outside. Lil Darlin sneaks past the inside line. Picks up lead jammer for the Trauma Queens. Brutal Bliss able to make her first pass through. Lil Darlin taking a peek behind the wall, goes down, trips over her own skaters. She's got to get back up to her feet. Takes a look on the inside line, trying to get her John Wayne Stacy. She's able to do that 4 points for the Trauma Queens. Quickly falls off the jam. Jamming against Hot Tamale from the Trauma Queens.
Red Dead Roulette. Red Dead Roulette goes through the pack, picks up lead jammer status. Hot Tamale trying to get around that Main Street Mafia wall. But they have to release her after getting outplayed penalty. Red Dead Roulette gets in the back. Calls off and sit out dash and assassin the jam. Dashing pushing up through the middle. White Rabbit going around the inside, picking up lead jammer status. Dashing trying to find some room around John Wayne Stacy and Brutal Bliss. Brutal Bliss and John Wayne Stacy go down. Dashing assassin gets through on her initial pass. White Rabbit trying to find some room around Queen Armor Bra. Makes her look over her left shoulder, goes around her right, calls off the jam. Texan Girl out there to jam for the Main Street Mafia. Lil Darlin out there for the Trauma Queens. Lil Darlin busts through the pack, picks up lead jammer. Texan Girl's right behind her on her initial pass.
Dashing Assassin. Official timeout. Man. Red Dead Roulette. Whoops, to the inside, picks up the lead jammer once again. If my master is me correctly, that's every time she's been a jammer, she's picked up lead jammer. Kitty Mama picks up a multiplayer block. Gets to go sit next to Shelly Cooper for the Bucks. Dashing Assassin sent to the box for the Drama Queens. That's putting Main Street Mafia on the power jam. That's 5 points Grand Slam picked up by the Mafia. Red Dead Roulette works to the inside, trying to get some help from Jane Staub. White Rabbit coming out on a power jam for the Main Street Mafia. Just trying to push her way straight up through the middle past Meltini and Queen Armor Brawler. Nice block by Texas Girl to get Dolly Parton all the way. Main Street Mafia blockers trying to give White Rabbit some help. White Rabbit goes down. With 2 of the Drama Queen blockers on her back. Big hit by Dolly Parton on White Rabbit. White Rabbit not only got hit, but before that hit picked up a low block. She sent to the box. That's going to put the Drama Queens on a power jam. Dashing Assassin looking to capitalize, trying to get the Drama Queens back into this bout. Dashing, flying through the pack. Gets her initial pass. Dashing Junior Texan Girl makes it to the pack for a 5-point Grand Slam for the Drama Queens. Dashing to the outside. President of the United States tries to throw Kitty Mama at her and misses. Dashing to the outside right now. Parton gives her another Grand Slam. Jam clock. Jimmy Jam for the Mafia. Going heads up against Lil Garland from the Drama Queens. Lil Garland tries to go right up the middle. Runs right into the back of Mimi Martini. Meanwhile, Major Glitch gets a push on Crash Bandicoot. Hot Tamale also laying the lumber. Somehow Crash Bandicoot able to slip through all those hits, picks up lead jammer for the Mafia. Bill Garland finally able to get around John Wayne Stacy. Crash Bandicoot to the inside, picking up 4 points, calling off the jam. For the Drama Queens, Red Dead Roulette out there for the Main Street Mafia. Red Dead Roulette tries to cut to the outside. Queen on the ball is there to slow her down. Big hit by President
Brutal Bliss on the way to the penalty box. Entropy around the inside, no one sees her. It's a 5-point grand slam for the Trauma Queen. Red Dead Roulette on the way to the penalty box, which will put the Trauma Queens and Entropy on a power jam. As Entropy picks up another 5-point grand slam for the Trauma Queens. Entropy going to the inside, crosses the outside. Picks up another 5 points. Entropy takes a hard hit from Texan Girl. Entropy through the back again for another 5-point grand slam. Entropy going to the outside this time, following major flinch. Makes Brutal Bliss work, and that's another 5-point grand slam for Entropy. She pulls off the jam.
Timeout. 124, Mafia 217. We got 7 minutes left in the second half, folks. What do you think so?
White Rabbit out there to jam for the Main Street Mafia. D2 out there for the Trauma Queens. Just a little over 7 minutes left in the bout. D2 going up to the outside, crosses the inside, White Rabbit on the inside, picks up the jammer. D2 sent to the penalty box. Puts Main Street Mafia on a power jam. Princess Poppycock picks up a trap cut and sent to the penalty box. White Rabbit splits the 2 Trauma Queen blockers, picks up a grand slam, 5 points for the Main Street Mafia. Little Darling on her way to the penalty box. Trauma Queen's penalty box will now be completely full. White Rabbit coming up to the 2 remaining Trauma Queens blockers. Gets a little help from Penny Mama and makes her way through the pack for another 5-point grand slam.
Should be on the power jam to start off. D2 still in the box.
Official timeout. Next whistle will start the jam. Red Dead Roulette on the power jam. On the inside, easily through the pack. D2 back out on the track, into the power jam for the Main Street Mafia. D2 has 1 skater to beat to get her initial pass. Red Dead Roulette on the outside, through the pack for a 5-point grand slam.
1:24:42 as time gets closer to expiring. Looking to wrap things up. Texan Girl squaring off against Hot Tamale. Texan Girl lead jammer. Texan Girl takes a hit from Martin onto the outside. She jumps back on the track, takes a shoulder from Montemali. Montemali raises the roof as she gets up 4 points. Texas girl slips to the inside. Able to pick up 4 points for the Mafia. Dashing Assassin jammer for the Trauma Queens. Shelby jamming against White Rabbit for the Mafia. Dash Assassin takes a peek to the outside, runs over the back of Shelly Cooper and John Wayne Stacy. Meanwhile, White Rabbit able to bring up the jammer.
Jamming for the Main Street Mafia on a power jam. Trips over Major Flinch. Gets up, third pop. Put fight, she's on her way to the penalty box for a back block. That releases Dashing Assassin for the Trauma Queens. Major Flinch sent to the penalty box also. Dashing Assassin gets on the track and the whole pack takes off. Dashing around the inside, makes her initial pass while taking out the whole pack in the process. Red Dead Roulette back on the track, around the outside of the pack, picking up 4 points for the Main Street Mafia. Dashing Assassin has 1 blocker to beat, makes a pass, picks up 4 points for the Trauma Queens. Dashing Assassin tries to call off the jam, but is not leading jammer. There is no lead jammer, which means this should be the last jam of the bout. Assassin and Red Dead Roulette both looking a little winded. That's the end. And you're